Train to Busan is a South Korean zombie film directed by Sang-ho. A majority of this film, like the title says, it takes place on a train to Busan, where a father and his daughter, a common Korean film pairing, and a hodgepodge of other passengers struggle to survive against the growing onslaught of zombies. This movie is a great, fun, intense zombie film in the vein of 28 Days Later, where we have fast zombies. It's actually my favorite zombie film since 28 Days Later. The gimmick of being on a train actually works, and this makes for a certain claustrophobia that really puts you on the edge of your seat. We follow a father, Kang In-ho, played by Korean superstar heartthrob Gong, who works too much and also happens to have his daughter Soo-an for the weekend because he's separated from their mother. The daughter doesn't feel like he pays enough attention to her, and he doesn't really know how to deal with her. The implication being that he's always been too busy. Therefore, she wants to go back home to her mother early, and while that hurts his ego, he complies. He's busy. While they are on the train, the outbreak happens and very quickly spreads. He becomes acquaintances with another couple who also happen to be pregnant. There are many other characters on this train that cover the gamut of the types of people you would or wouldn't want to have next to you when the apocalypse happens. They range from the very selfish to very evil to old ladies to even a high school baseball team. I thought all of the different types of people were actually very well done. It's a very well-placed, diverse cast, and it's interesting to see how all these different types of people react in this horrible situation. Like I said before, these zombies are fast, but they might even be faster than the ones in 28 Days Later, maybe 10%. Once one person is bitten, they turn very quickly, and it's like a rapid domino effect. While in 28 Days Later we saw the aftermath, in this movie, we are at ground zero and we see peaceful groups of people completely transform at a breathtaking speed. One thing that they did in this zombie movie that is a little different is that our main character is a dick. Very early on, we see what he does or doesn't do. While he does do everything he can to protect his daughter, he is not a hero, and that's what makes this story compelling. The other couple, the dude and his pregnant wife, they are actually good and serve as a counterpoint to where our protagonist is at the beginning of the story. As the situation becomes more and more dire, we see our protagonist start to change for better or worse. The little girl is fine in this role. Everything Kang In-ho does is in response to how she is. So while we might scoff at his choices, at least we know he's doing it for his daughter. It's also through her influence that he grows at all. He starts to realize that maybe just surviving at all costs isn't necessarily the end it be all, especially if it means losing your humanity in the process. Speaking generally, one thing about Korean films that I always enjoyed, and I'll probably repeat again, is they are not afraid of seeing things through. It's not always clean and neat, and what should happen often does. This makes for some really devastating plot turns, but you feel like it's a more authentic journey, at least in my opinion. This film is generally pretty predictable. It follows all of the standard story beats and uses jump scares and zombie action cliches, but they are all done very well. The whole story is held together by a very nice story of a father trying to earn his daughter's respect and prove his love. It's simple, it's common, but that's all we really need so we can focus on the running and the zombie punching. I really enjoyed this film and I give it an A-. I highly recommend you check it out while it's still available to watch right now on Netflix. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time.